Hello, longboarding mom. Today I am making something for a picnic. I'm not going on a picnic, but I was really craving this today. So I thought I would make homemade macaroni salad. I love macaroni salad. I am not a potato salad person. I don't like cold potatoes. I love any other kind of potato you can make, but not potato salad. So when I married my husband, I asked my mother-in-law to make macaroni salad for our wedding because I love macaroni salad and she makes the best. So she gave me her recipe and I am going to share it with you, which I don't like to share this recipe because it's my favorite. It's one of the things, somebody passed down to you, and if you don't make it right, it's just, I don't know, it's weird. It's weird. You know how some of those recipes are, right? So this is my cookbook. I made this cookbook for my family. It is called The Newcomer's Guide to the Property Grub Cookbook. When I was volunteering for my son's school, they had these neat little binder thingies and stuff, and because I volunteered so much, they let me make my own little book. So it's all laminated, it's binded, and I had my family write down all of their favorite recipes and stuff, and I made this in 2010. It's got your table of contents on the front there. So we have Easter, 4th of July, Memorial Day, and Labor Day. And it goes by holidays. Mother's Day brunch, Christmas cookies and Super Bowl, Thanksgiving and Christmas, one pan recipes almost, because sometimes you need two pans or something for the recipes. But what nots, there's side dishes, dips. We've got vegetarian, and then at the end I put in some family photos of everybody that contributed to my cookbook. And I was reading this, it got really sad for me because my family, we don't get together anymore like we used to. The property, that was our favorite place to go to as a kid. My grandma and grandpa bought this property. It's out on the Woodland River. Woodland River is not that name, but it's in Woodland, Washington, and it's on the Lewis River. And it was just for camping and fun and picnics and family. And ever since this pandemic and stuff, it's tore our family apart. And okay, don't cry. We don't get together like we used to. So, but anyway, let's get back to my macaroni salad. That would be under the Easter, 4th of July picnics and stuff like that. So between 3 and 5, and because 1, 2, dedication and stuff like that. 3, we've got my grandma's banana pudding, a Mexican casserole. We have salsa, a Mother's Day brunch, overnight sausage, eggs. Oh, I guess it's not under that one. Where would it be under? So in the back, I've got the index, right? So if I can't find my macaroni salad, I go, to page 24. That's so funny. It's almost at the end. And I got a bacon cheese dip in here. But here is, I'm going to cover the name there, my macaroni salad. And the one thing that is different about this macaroni salad is it's got ketchup in it. And the story behind that is my husband is very picky about his macaroni salad, and as a kid he didn't like a lot of foods unless it had ketchup, and he would not eat the macaroni salad. So my mother-in-law added ketchup to it, and now my husband just loves it. And it's actually a really good mixture. Your ketchup, your mayonnaise, your mustard, your pickle juice, your Lowry seasoning salt, and all that good stuff. So this is my big gigantic bowl. This is my Rubbermaid, and it's gigantic. I've had this forever. It's 2 gallons, so it will fit all of my macaroni salad in it. It also fits all of my cookies for Christmas and stuff. So this is my multi-purpose bowl that I use for a lot of stuff. It's Ditanali. I can't even pronounce it. But, you know, the little macaroni noodles. I've got my water back there boiling. It's early in the morning because it's going to be a hot day today. So I've got all my windows opened up. It's cooled down to like 61 degrees in my house right now. So I'm going to get the macaroni boiled and in the refrigerator, and I've got to cut up all the celery and pickles and olives and stuff, and then I add tiny shrimp and diced pimentos. So I've got these sitting here, but I don't have any celery. So after I'm done boiling this, my son is going to drive me to the store, and we're going to get the celery and whatever else I need for dinner tonight. Maybe we will barbecue outside. It's my day off, and it's beautiful. It's like a summer day. It's so hot. It's getting in the 80s, and my apartment is facing the evening sun, so it just gets so hot in the afternoon. So we try to cool it down and get it cold. So I've got my sweatshirts on and my long pants on and socks on, and you get stuff done in the morning before it gets too hot. So let's get this boiled. It's gonna be I'm gonna boil these for, it says 10 minutes. So we're gonna boil it for 10 minutes, and then we're gonna cool it down and put it in the refrigerator in my big macaroni salad bowl. I made it safely back from the store. Made some hard-boiled eggs for my macaroni salad. So we're gonna let them cool for 6 minutes. I did 6 minutes this time instead of 7. So let's see how that works. Push that out of the way. And I'm going to make the wet mixture for my macaroni salad so I can put this in the refrigerator while I'm cutting all those vegetables. I've got a brand new thing of mayo because I need 2 cups of mayonnaise. So it almost uses this whole container. In the summer, I go through so much mayonnaise, making all the different, you know, macaroni salads and sandwiches and hamburgers, hot dogs. I like mayonnaise on my hot dogs. I wish I knew how to make homemade. And I'm sure if I looked up a recipe, I could do it. I'm just always afraid to make it because it's, you know, you use eggs and stuff. So this is actually Fred Meyer's brand. I know some people are very picky about their mayo and will only use like Kraft mayonnaise or Miracle Whip. Ew, Miracle Whip does not work in this recipe at all. You have to use mayonnaise. And this one, it says it's got some really good ingredients in it, actually. Real mayo made with cage-free eggs. That's pretty good for a store brand mayonnaise. Normally I buy Winco, but Winco is quite a ways away from us, and this only cost me $3.19, and the mayonnaise from Winco has gone up to like $3. So really, I can't complain about spending 19 more cents when I get gas points and stuff. So gas points do add up, especially when they triple them and double them and stuff. So, okay. I am such a mess. Anyway, so we are doing 2 cups of mayonnaise. Shake my ketchup really good, because we are going to do 1 cup of ketchup. And that's just a little over a cup. That's okay. Pour that in. So my recipe book that I showed you guys earlier, each one has a little story below the recipe, which is kind of neat because I asked for a recipe and a story with it. And mine says, cute little short story. It says, Jay, who is my husband, Jay and I had this at our wedding. It is my favorite. Jay is very picky, so his mom says before you add the wet mixture, have Jay taste it. If it has ketchup in it, he'll eat anything. That's what I said when he was a little boy. If it had ketchup, he will eat anything. Okay, so we've got mayonnaise, ketchup. I need pickle juice, mustard, and Lowry seasoning salt. So I need 2 tablespoons pickle juice. Oops, got tomato over here. That's for dinner tonight. 1. We're gonna have BLT sandwiches and macaroni salad. 2. I always do it in this order because then I use the same spoon to put my mustard on. Because you can't put mustard in your pickle juice. And hopefully my neighbors, they're getting some work done in the laundry room right now. So if you guys hear any pounding and sawzaws and stuff, that's because they're working in the laundry room. So that goes in the sink. And then I need 1 teaspoon of Lowry seasoning salt. And my husband is not here to taste this mixture, so I hope it's got enough ketchup in it. So we just mix this all together. And this is what we pour on top of our macaroni salad. So we drove to town. He did really, really good. There's a few things we still need to work on. I was afraid of getting rear-ended. We had to drive up 101 and go to my work and get a paycheck. And the speed limit around my work is about 45. And we got to slow down because to turn in, it's kind of a hill. And then, you know, you've got a small parking lot and stuff. And so he went to slow down, but he was afraid of getting rear-ended. And we almost... I don't want to say we almost hit the building, but not the building. It's the garden area where people sit outside and stuff, and it's got an outdoor glass area and stuff, and he kind of didn't turn sharp enough and went straight towards it and then turned. So, of course, my anxiety, yeah! So we took a little break, and then he drove home. I was going to have him drive around and do all the stops and errands and stuff, but I think that was a little much for him. So, and we had somebody honk at him when we were turning into Safeway to get gas. He turned on his turn signal and didn't turn fast enough, and they wanted to go 100 miles per hour in a 25, and so they honked at him. So that made him a little nervous too. Okay, I am going to give that just a little taste. I can't tell. I think that's good. It might need a little bit more ketchup and seasoning salt. But it's to taste, so it depends on how you like it. Okay, sauce is done. I'm going to put all this stuff away, put this in the refrigerator, clean up a little bit, and we're going to start cutting all the vegetables. I'm going to leave the pickles out because I need pickles. I gotta cut olives, I gotta cut some pickles, I gotta cut onions and some celery. But everything else can be put away. You can use whole olives and cut them yourselves, or you can use the already sliced olives. I do not like the taste of the already sliced olives. They've got like a metallic taste or something to them. So I like to cut my own olives. I don't even like using old olives if they sit in the refrigerator for too long. This is amazing. I got this from Dollar Tree and I actually got it for free because they were going to throw it away because after a while certain items they discontinue and they throw them away, and so I kept a few things or whatever. But you definitely want to drain your shrimp. So it's for small cans or large cans. You just take it like that and you hold it, you flip it over, and I'm going to leave that there in the sink so I can get all the juice out of it. You can also squeeze down on that. I've already drained my olives. I need 3 or 4 celery stalks cut. So I'm going to just cut the ends off of them all, kind of set them together so I can get it all at the same time. And what's really cool about this celery, if you cut it at the end right here, you can actually grow new celery from this celery. And it's better when it's got little roots on the end. And I will show you, I started a celery at work back in March, I believe it was. And I'm going to do one at a time. Back in March, I started this celery, and it's growing. It's not in the dirt. I've kept it in the glass from work and stuff, and I just clean it out and water it every week and stuff. So we're going to cut these up. I like them small. I like everything about the same size. So I should have sliced. These are big celery stalks. I could have sliced them a couple times in half, like in thirds. But I like to, it says 3 or 4 pickles. And I am not a huge pickle person, so I don't put all the pickle in that it calls for. I need a bigger cutting board. Honestly, a bigger cutting board. Probably a better knife, right? It's my cheese knife, my favorite knife. I use it for everything. There, that's the size I want. So the other day at work, we had a little party for one of my customers. She's turned 96 years old. Probably already shared that video with you guys. That was a fun little party. She's adorable. She hasn't been able to taste anything for years. Can't hear anything, can't smell anything, but she loves to come in and sit and drink coffee. She'll eat scrambled egg and watch everybody talk and visit and laugh. And I'm gonna do probably one more. I love my husband. I boil the noodles, I make the sauce, and he usually dices all these veggies for me. And he's amazing. He's my sous chef. And everything is all the same size. He's amazing. Like I said, he cuts everything really, really well. So that last piece of celery, if I don't use it, I'll either put cream cheese on it or peanut butter. Have you ever tried cream cheese on it? It's delicious. Peanut butter with raisins. Ooh, ants on a log. Those are good. It's a nice little snack for the kiddos. And be careful not to cut yourself. We're going to throw these on here. And just start dicing these up. They can be cut in rings. You can dice them. And I am not going to add my shrimp until last because I've got a neighbor who doesn't like seafood. He was on a boat in Alaska for a couple of years and absolutely hates seafood now. So I told him I would make some macaroni salad for him without shrimp in it. And I've done that before because I've got a lot of family members that are vegetarian, so they don't do shrimp or seafood and stuff like that. Some do, some don't. And then my stepmom, one of them, she was allergic to shrimp and seafood, so she couldn't have it. So I would do a special bowl for those people, and then everybody else got the shrimp macaroni. So last year we couldn't find tiny shrimp at all. I was really sad because it's funny because it does really change the texture of your macaroni salad when you add the shrimp to it. It gives it a different flavor and everything. And there was a long time, like 6 months, I could not find tiny shrimp. I couldn't find diced pimentos either. And I always, every time I buy diced pimentos, I pick up a can of shrimp. So I'll have it for my macaroni salad. I don't use diced pimentos. I use it for other things, like I can make nacho cheese sauce and I'll add that to it. Certain things I do add it to it, but I don't use it for anything but my macaroni salad. So I usually buy a can of that and a can of shrimp, all at the same time. So funny. And I couldn't find pimentos for a while, so I bought a whole bunch when I finally can buy them again. And then when I found shrimp, I bought a whole bunch then too. So I don't know if I have the same amount of each. But this is the first time this year I have made my macaroni salad. My son doesn't care too much for it. My daughter will eat it, but she's in Portland. I'm hoping she'll come down for 4th of July. And we'll go kayaking and swimming and watch the fireworks. I've got the cornhole game. We've got four kayaks and 1 paddle board. So we got plenty of toys for everybody. And a whole bunch of floaties for the river. So fun. So much fun. We got longboards. We got Volkswagens, which is in the shop. Look at all this beautiful color. It's going to have green and black and red and purple onion. Red. Why do they call that a red onion? Isn't that purple? And when you cut into it, it's purple. It's not red. It should be a purple onion. Okay. So I kind of try to make them about the same. There's just a couple olives. My son will eat those. He loves olives. And the olive thing, that runs in the family because when my sister and I were younger, we could eat a whole can of olives. I know it's probably not good for you. But my aunt, for every year for Christmas, she would send us olives. My sister and I, our own jar of olives. And my son told his friend that story one time, and he thought it was a little hilarious, so he gave my son a can of olives for Christmas. How cute is that, huh? Childhood stories, and then your kids do it too. Like I said, I am not a huge pickle fan, so I will probably, it says 3 pickles, and I probably should add maybe 2 pickles. I don't want to cut that up. Cut. Small, small, small. The smaller it is, the better it is. I will eat a pickle, not just eat a pickle, but I will eat it if it's in something. So small little pickle bites are okay. But these are gigantic pickles. It's Mount Olive pickles. They're from our area. Look at that. That gigantic pickle, usually I might do another half a pickle. Another half a pickle. Oh, God. My husband, he would cut these so much smaller. I don't know how he does it. And so everything would be so uniform and perfect. Perfect. There might even be a half a pickle in here already. No. These pickles are so big. So big. So I'll cut a half a pickle. Throw that back in there. My husband will come and eat it. My son doesn't like pickles either. My daughter loves pickles. Which her dad is a different dad, but that's okay. She likes pickles and my son does not. He's like me. And I ran out of room on this cutting board, so I'm going to grab another cutting board so I can cut that onion. And I probably will only cut half that onion. It says 1 medium onion, but you know, this is, this recipe, I follow it, but I don't follow it to the T. The only thing I do follow to the T is that sauce mixture, because you definitely want to follow that. Because if that is not right, then your macaroni salad will not taste right. Let me grab one more cutting board so I can cut that onion. And then we'll put this all together. And once the it's all put together, it's going to sit in the refrigerator. And all those delicious flavors need to marry. It'll taste good, but after it sits for a few hours, it tastes so much better. Okay, so we'll cut that in half like so. I usually end up throwing half my onions away because if I don't use them within a day or so, I will throw my onion away because I don't like the taste of an onion, and apparently you're not supposed to eat onions that have been cut into for a couple days. My husband doesn't believe that. He's old school and believes you can eat anything. Until he got sick the other day eating something. And you know, after 3 days, I will throw something away. If it's been sitting in the refrigerator, leftovers or whatever, 3 days and it's gone. He smells it. No, it's still good. And then he ends up with a tummy ache later, wondering why. And I'm like, did you eat whatever? And he's like, well, yeah, it's only been in there for a couple days. Yes, honey. You really got to watch what you eat. And the onions are making me cry. What is that yellow stuff in there? The inside of the onion. Peel that out as best I can. I don't know what that is. The center of the onion, I'm sure it's fine. It's probably just started to grow or something. See that? Okay. Whew. We'll crack those open in a second, but I want to show you. We're going to put all this together. Okay. So this is what your noodles look like after they've been sitting in the refrigerator for a little while. You can make this up ahead. So my mother-in-law, she takes this on picnics and stuff. And sometimes, like, she has to travel a long way. So she will make this but not put it all together. So she'll put the noodles in a Ziploc baggie and all of this in a Ziploc baggie and the sauce in a jar. And then when she gets to wherever she's going, she will throw it all together, which is really cool because then it's still freshly made and stuff and easier to travel and pack in your cooler because this container is a big container. So what I'm going to do is dump my onions in. Dump all of this in. And I used to drain this but I watched my mother-in-law make it one time and she didn't drain it a bit. So if I can get it open. Okay. So she just dumped it right in. And I saved these jars. They're perfect for packing mayonnaise or mustard and stuff in them. We're gonna mix this around, make sure it's like evenly distributed and make sure there's enough of everything. You wanna see all the colors. And let's save this fork so I can taste it. I didn't mix this up all the way. I noticed there's some mayonnaise and ketchup at the bottom there. So I'm gonna mix it around the bottom before I dump it in. And we're just gonna dump this in, mix it around. We'll add some eggs to the top. I'll add some eggs inside. I should have actually cut those already. I want to add these before I add the shrimp. Mixed in. Look at that. That looks so good. I'm gonna grab another cutting board so I can cut those eggs up. I want a couple small chunks to go inside, and then you could decorate it. You know, you smooth it all out and you decorate it with the pretty eggs on top. So let's do that. I'm gonna cut really fast those up. I got a gazillion cutting boards, I know. Okay. Watch. Instant Pot. Look at that. So this was 6 minutes. 6 minutes, I don't want to keep saying that, but you know, it actually worked out really well, I believe. Let's wait until I cut into them and see what it looks like. This water mess, but look at that. I mean, they just pop right out of the shell. Sometimes the whole shell just comes right off of it, real easy. Done! 2, 4, 6, 8 eggs that fast. I just dropped a noodle on the floor. Okay. Get that membrane off there. And these ones, I'm just going to cut. In circles, and then we'll cut them in little pieces. Cut them in chunks and get them in that macaroni salad. Yum. Would have been easier if I used a bigger knife, right? I'm so weird. I always grab the wrong knives. I really do. Okay, so this is going into the bowl. I'm gonna stir it around. I'm going to pull some of this out, and then I'm going to add that shrimp to it. So now it's got all the ingredients but the shrimp. So I'm going to pull some of that out, and then we're going to add that tiny shrimp to this. Good helping. That's a good serving for one guy, huh? And that's what the tiny shrimp looks like. I'll add that. Add that to the bowl here. Whoops. Just lost my lighting. There we go. They had a recall on shrimp too. It wasn't this shrimp. It was a different kind of shrimp. So maybe that's why. And there was also a time where last year they couldn't get like fish for shrimp either. So, okay, so I'm gonna spread this around. And if you're gonna, okay, so if you're going to put this in the refrigerator and let it melt for a couple hours, I would not cut the eggs up and make that, I already got, hold on, let me get that off. Okay, so if you're going to serve it in a few hours, do not cut the eggs like this and put them on top, because you are going to need to stir this in and mix it again before you serve it. So you'll want to not have these on top, because you'll just end up stirring those in. And those, I don't know. You don't have to put these on top, but it just makes it look pretty. And I'm sure there's other ways of cutting these that make them look better. My thin knife, if I would have pulled that out, would probably work better. Whoops. You want your egg in there. Oh, look. Okay. Ta-da! Look at this mess I gotta clean up. That is my macaroni salad. In a little bit, I'll come back and show you what it looks like on my fork. All done. Macaroni salad. That is heavy bowl. That will feed a huge crowd. And I already took enough out for one person. You can't even tell. So I'm going to get this in the refrigerator and we're going to try this after it sits for just a little bit. Yummy. I'm going to stir this all in. Dish myself up a bowl. This is my lunch today. Gonna go with my dinner tonight. Maybe breakfast tomorrow. This feeds a lot of people. I should have made it tomorrow and taken it to work. Whoops. What a mess. What a messy girl I am. Oh, look at that mess I'm making. Oh my gosh. Okay. Mess cleaned up. Yum. That is my macaroni salad. Let's get a little bit of everything on that bite there, right? I think it needs more pimentos. Yum. So it's got the right amount of crunchy, the soft creaminess to it. It's so good, but those pimentos, they were kind of small, and I like the pimentos. I like the pimentos in it. And the recipe says 2 4-ounce jars, and I think that was a bigger jar. And normally I do add only 1 jar to it, but it was weird. They were like smushed, and I can't see them. I might have to add another jar just because I like the color. I like this. It's really pretty with the colors and stuff in it. Like sometimes people eat with their eyes, and this is one of those because it's got all the different colors in it. And then you take a bite, and all those flavors together just work. It's just so good. The creamy, there's the right amount of mayonnaise and stuff. Sometimes it can be too dry. So if it's too dry, you want to add a little bit of mayonnaise and ketchup to it, and maybe a little splash of mustard and stuff, and add it to it. But you don't want it too wet either. So you start with what you make, and then you can add to it. And like I said, this recipe I follow, but I don't follow it completely because I don't add like all the ingredients she says, because it said 2 packages of this and 2 of that, and I only do 1 package because when she made this recipe, packaging was different then. So you have to really sometimes adjust things, especially older recipes, adjust them to today's recipes or something. And look, I got the new bowls. I don't have that many because my husband said no bees in the house. So I got 4 bowls and 4 plates, little plates, because I had to replace some of my others. So they kind of match my stuff, but I figure for summer, that's all I need. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoy the macaroni salad and make it for 4th of July. I guarantee you everybody will love it.